Carter Holton? What do you make of Mr. Holton, a left-handed pitcher drafted in the second round last year?
I really like Carter Holton. I was surprised that he lasted until the second round. I thought that he might be like a fringe first rounder, 20 through 30. Maybe he was someone that his team would have drafted with their PPI selection or something like that, but ultimately not. The Braves got really good value, I think, in the second round. He's got he's just got a bunch of different pitches that I think he can mix and match his way through a lineup. I think he stays a starter. And we were talking about a mid 90s fastball from the left side, so that gets a little bit of a bump. We got a good slider, 83 to 88, in a really nice velocity band. He also pairs that with a good curveball as well. That's about average, but it's another velocity band offering in the 87 to 81. And then he's got an 82 to 87 mile per hour changeup. I think the command is ultimately the question with him, and is he an inefficient five and dive guy, or is he a back end bullpen guy? I think that he leans more towards inefficient five starter, because I think that those four pitches that are at least average allow you just such a high floor, especially with a team like the Braves who really like to slingshot guys through the minors. I think that's something that they do better than anybody else in identifying guys that really work for them in that aspect. So Carter Holton is one of my favorite back end FYPD picks. I know we'll talk about his value there. And I think he's going to be a good five starter in maybe 2 years, because they're going to move him quick if he's good.
Yeah, absolutely. I do think that Holton is a cat who could move really quickly, not only because of his, obviously he was drafted to the right place to move quickly as a pitcher, Atlanta, but because he has some characteristics that I think could theoretically play up if it does happen to be a relief role that he settles into. And, we talked about his pitch mix, four solid pitches across the board, solid stuff. It is really the command with him and to see what it does. I really love the gyro slider, though, mid 80s. Of course, the bullet spin that we've talked about that I am just in love with. I love to see it. That pitch recorded a 41% whiff rate in 2024. Shout out Tyler Jennings, the absolute Chad genius that he is, for that statistic there. I do think that there is a high floor. I think that there's a track record of being a strike thrower with four pitches to say this could be a back end rotation guy. But even if Holton is a strong reliever from the left side with four average if not above average pitches, I think that he could be honestly kind of a bit of a back end bully. I really like Holton. Had him in my top 100 for FYPD, and I know you may be thinking at home, top 100. Holy moly! I really go deep with this. I think I've got like 200 names on my list, and Holton, frankly, could go up a little bit just based on the fact that he is such a quick mover. And I do like him quite a bit, Reese. I think that we're in the same boat on Holton.
I think we are. I like him more as a starter, but I know that some view him as a reliever. And if he is a reliever, he might move even quicker than he would as a starter in this organization. Once the Braves realize that you have a pitch or two that can play in the major leagues, they get you up there as quick as they can. And I think there is some merit to that, especially with the volatility and the increased injury risk that pitchers have.